Heather here with Best Laid Plans, and I have a quick fun how-to video for today. We are going to be making a new pet checklist. Specifically for me, this is going to be for my new puppy. I just adopted a little rescue baby. She's 3 months old and her name is Pebbles. She's absolutely adorable, and I'm trying to film while she's sleeping. So I just find that having some kind of checklist of what you need to be doing is helpful, especially because if you're a first-time puppy parent or even kitty parent, there's going to be things that are just must-haves across the board. There's going to be a lot of the same things that you do to like baby-proof a house, you need to do for like puppy or kitty proofing. I chose to do a skinny classic because I just like how that overlaps with my planner and I can see everything in my classic. You can do whichever size you want if you have like mini or if you have like big, however big or small you want to make it. It is all yours. So I just did this and I chose to have lined paper. It just makes it easier for me to write with my teeny tiny hands. So I want to start by dividing up the page on the front and on the back. So I'm going to use Washi to do this, and we're going to just be sectioning stuff into different categories, and you will see that coming up. So we're going to just start with Washi. And we are going to be having some different sections for the different things that we're going to need for the new pet, in my case a puppy. And there'll be to do, to buy, to schedule, and then just a miscellaneous category for things that come up so you can write them in. So what I'm going to do is I've got the journaling doodles. Again, totally optional. I just like to use stickers, and I'm going to be putting those in where these categories are. So I'm going to take this brown 7-point gel pen to kind of match up with this rose gold here, and I am going to write to do, to buy, to schedule, and miscellaneous. So now we have our 4 categories broken down, and the way that I like to focus on getting ready for a new pet, or just even just fostering an animal really, is what do I need to go ahead and do around my home? What do I need to purchase, maybe that I don't already have for that? What do you need to schedule? So do you need to schedule a meet and greet with the adoption agency, schedule a vet appointment, schedule shots, schedule grooming? Maybe you need to schedule time off work to do all this. So that is the kind of the the categories that I've chosen. And then miscellaneous is just anything that comes up. So you might find out that you need to purchase something else, or you need to schedule something else, or that there's something that you need to know. For instance, with my puppy, I did not know anything about like what kind of medication she was on. And so I needed to order new medication. I needed to get her on a new like schedule for shots and everything, because she's only 3 months old, so she's really, really tiny, and she's gonna need all of that. So that is how I've broken this up. And before we write anything in, I love to decorate, and one of my favorite happy planner books to decorate with is the Bookish sticker book. And even though it is like a book theme overall, it has dog and cat stickers in it that are really, really cute. So I felt like they would be perfect for the checklist. And just to kind of add a little more color and texture to the spread, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the stickers in the Greatest Hits book. Even though some of these are for people and not animals, I think you can repurpose them. So doctor appointment could be a vet appointment. So here is our setup. We have our to-do with some chores, to buy, to schedule, and miscellaneous. And I think for miscellaneous, I will add like just a couple of little bullets. I actually found some puppy dogs in the Squad Life book. And so I think on the fall pages, or these are from that in the Greatest Hits book, but if you were looking for them in an individual book, they'd be in Squad Life. So I'm going to pull that because I just think it's so darn cute. And I think let's do this over here. I'll still have room. I think that is everything I want to use. I think we are now done with stickers. I'm kind of happy with where everything is. The one thing I might do is just add something pretty at the top for my new pet checklist. So I'm actually going to use this mild liner in the kind of rosy pink color. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a title. So I'm going to title this New Pet Checklist. And as you can see, it's a little crooked. I am not the best handwriter, but I still use my planner. You do not need to be a professional calligrapher to functionally plan in your planner. You know, I like decorating, that makes it fun for me, but you have to actually write in your planner. And to do that, you can't let yourself get hung up over things like handwriting. So I think it'd be cute to add some paw prints. Paw prints are super easy. It's just kind of like fill in an 8 shape and then do 4 little dots. I love writing in paw prints. It's one of my favorite things to do. And it's way cheaper than buying paw print stickers. So easy doodle. So now this should be dry. I'm just going to go over it with my regular pen This is the 0.5 millimeter. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just something to help the writing stand out. Because I just like it to look a little bolder where the title is. And I'm gonna do some hearts and little paw prints. So there is the header, and I just, with my pen, made the hearts and the little dog paw print. So the paw print is such an easy thing to do. If you want to kind of practice beforehand, you can. I just think it's so much fun to do. It's basically a sideways 8 with just 4 dots. So very, very easy doodle, and I think that looks super, super cute. So we are now ready to get to writing and filling everything in. And I am going to kind of talk you through as I fill things in, because you may be also looking to adopt a puppy or a kitten or another animal. So this should give you an idea of maybe some of the things that you may need as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. I do want to take some of the little heart stickers. I think I'm gonna put this one here. Cute. So I am actually not going to go in order as I fill these in. I'm going to start with to buy, because that's probably going to be the largest one in terms of what you may need. If you haven't had a puppy in a while or a pet in your home, you're probably going to need to get things like training pads. So if you are potty training, these are a must. The other thing that I wanted to get for my new puppy is an enclosure. This is mainly because I have other animals, and she's in a new space. So a enclosure or a playpen will give her the space she needs to play and have fun, and keep her kind of in her own area while she's eating or going to the bathroom. While she's really growing and adjusting, it's important for her to have that space, and it's going to keep her safe because she won't be just roaming around. So I also needed to get a collar, leash, and harness. And then I also got puppy treats, and specifically ones for training. I think that's such a helpful thing to have, because you want to really do positive reinforcement. I'm really lucky because I have Sherman, and he has been such a great big brother. He has shown Pebbles how to play and where to go potty, and how to behave around my cat Figaro. So she really has benefited from having an older brother figure. So we've got puppy treats, and obviously I'll need to get some puppy food, and I also want to get her some toys, and I specifically look for toys that are not going to be like pulled apart, so I don't get like the cheap toys with stuffing in them. I look for like Nylabone and Durachew, and just things that a teething puppy is not going to rip to shreds, because at the age she is, again, she still has her baby teeth, she is teething. You do not want shredded toys all over your house. So depending on sort of your budget and what you want to do, you can buy little doggy clothes. I have little dogs, and I have found that they actually really like to wear things like sweaters. It just makes them feel held. This was really new to me because we've always had like big hound dogs in my family. And so I have like a little Shih Tzu mix, and now I have like a little potentially dachshund mix, and they like it. They like to wear little clothes and things. Nothing too crazy, but they do enjoy it. So I think maybe like a little dog sweater, something like that. That would be really, really cute. Then I also want to get her a fluffy doggy bed. And I strongly recommend looking at reviews of those before you go out and purchase like one from Five Below, or like you can get them very inexpensively, but here's what's going to happen. Especially if you have a puppy, they are going to be able to A, destroy it, or B, they're going to have an accident in it. So it is really important that that be machine washable. And I'm actually going to do a little arrow. Or at least like easy to wash and dry, because you will end up washing that. And then the last thing that's going to be on this list is carpet cleaner. And I really like the Nature's Miracle one. The Arm & Hammer pet odor and stain remover is also really good. And you can also get a lot of information from the rescue agency if you're going to adopt from a rescue group. That is what I have done. We really like rescue groups. You can also adopt from a shelter. You won't have the background of an animal, but it's much, much better than going to a breeder. I mean, no offense to anyone if you've gotten a dog from a breeder, or if you are a breeder, I'm sure that you're ethical. But we have rescued dogs in the past that are in fact from illegal breeder cases, and we have seen the horror those animals go through, and how poorly they're just they're being treated by humans, and how poor their experience is, and all the work that they have to do. Those rescue groups and those foster agencies who are working with these animals, I mean, they're just my heroes. It is so it's so wonderful to know that you're saving a life, that you are adopting instead of shopping. So please adopt, don't shop. I know that it can be hard to wait, but they work really hard to match you with the dog that's right for you, or the pet that the cat that's right for you. They work hard to make sure that the animal goes to the home that it's most suited for, where it's going to have its best chance. So they might, you might see a dog or a cat for adoption and apply for it, and you get turned down. That happened to me. Pebbles wasn't my first choice. I had sent in an application for another dog, and they got back to me and they said, hey, listen, we don't think this dog is going to actually do well with other small dogs. And so that wouldn't have worked. But then I got in touch with Pebbles' foster mom, and I already had been through puppy training before. I had my own home. So it was very, very clear that I was a really good candidate for that. So I'm going to move on to the chores. And really what I wanted to do was to make sure my home was puppy proof. Even if you're getting an older dog, you may want to check to see if, cables are put away. So put away cables, that's a big one. And then I'm just going to say clear floor as well. Make sure that there's nothing that they can, get to or put in their mouth and choke on or something like that. Again, very similar to what you do for a baby. The other big thing is to put safety locks on the cabinets. This is something that I did immediately, but I still had some safety locks for the cabinets in my kitchen. And puppies, dogs are curious, so I've got cleaning supplies and the trash can. It's important that that is not something that's accessible, obviously. So the same locks you use for child proofing, you can use for puppy proofing as well. So definitely get those safety locks, put them in place. Then the next thing that you'll want to do is to kind of go around and make sure that there's nothing out that could fall over, your furniture is secured. And also, if you have upholstered furniture, you should cover that furniture. I highly recommend just buying a nice quality cover for that upholstered furniture. I can tell you that if you have a puppy, there's probably going to be some accidents, and then there might be, if your dog sheds, you're going to have some shedding. And the other thing is, especially with a kitten, I can tell you because I've had a kitten, even with adult cats, they are going to shred that upholstered furniture. You definitely want to have some guards up, something to cover it and to make sure that it's secure. So I'm going to put secure furniture and cover seats. I'm going to cover couches. So that is a huge part of getting ready for a new pet. And then the other thing you'll want to do is, if you have a yard, you're going to want to check your yard. Even if you have a really nice fenced in yard, like I have a fully fenced in yard, check for gaps. Like, I have a teeny tiny little puppy who likes to, she can dig, she can find her way through things. So it's important to block those or get them repaired. So fix any fence gaps will be the next one. So I will probably be filling this out more later. So this is just going to stay blank. And then I might fill this out a little more later when I get more information. But in terms of the schedule, there's going to be the meet and adoption day. And I have dentist appointment here, and that's going to be their first teeth cleaning. That's not going to be for a while, but it's something that you should have done, especially when they're old enough. So when they get all of their teeth in, they're going to need to have regular teeth cleaning. So she's had her first appointment, so we're gonna write first vet appointment, and you really should schedule this like for the day you're bringing your animal home, ideally. I will say, a lot of times these dogs are coming or cats are coming from situations where they're having crowding, and so they may need like a dewormer, they might have some issues, and things you want to know about and get medicated right away. So it's important to schedule that first vet appointment like immediately, and then make sure they're getting any initial vaccinations. Very, very, very important. Until your puppy or kitty is going to have all of their full vaccinations, it's just like with a human child who isn't vaccinated yet. They need to probably stay away so that they can be protected by everybody else until they're able to get those vaccinations for their own immune system. So after that, there's going to be the first rabies and flu shots plus boosters. And I know that cats and dogs have some different things that they have to have shots for, or different medicine for. So talk to your vet about your animal and like what they're going to be doing. For instance, I have an indoor cat, so my cat doesn't have as many needs as an outdoor cat would. And he has like a different schedule of things that he gets. So if you're going to have a cat or dog that's going outside, that may warrant like some additional protections. So we've got all those, and then I'm going to write spay or neuter appointment. And this is really only for if your animal is not spayed or neutered. Most of the time they are when you get them. If you have an animal and it's not spayed or neutered, you really should consider doing that, because if we control the pet population, then we are able to get homes for the dogs that need them. And the cats that need them, and we're not contributing to the overpopulation of shelters and the overwhelming of adoption agencies. So I hope this was really informative for you if you are considering adopting a dog or a cat. Just some things to think about, and there may be different items on your checklist depending on if you're getting like a cat or a dog. So like obviously a cat needs a litter box and litter. So there's just different things you'll have to consider. But to be honest, you know, you'll learn as you go. This is really just about, you know, setting up and getting that ready so you have an idea of the kind of things that you need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I am enjoying the responsibility and the joy of having a puppy again in our home. We've never had a little girl, and so it's really nice to have her with us, and she's just an angel and adores her big brother Sherman, and she's actually quite good with Figaro as well, so she's just a little angel and we love her, and hopefully she'll pop in a couple times in my videos and on my Instagram if you want to check out more pictures of her. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit that like button. I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.